What is a sensation that you can't stand, even though it's not painful? When it feels like you need to take that one really deep breath to reset your lungs, but you can never breathe in deep enough. Great, now I feel like I'm suffocating. Wet cloth at the wrists, like when you wash your face in the morning but water drips down your arm and wets your sleeve a bit. This is the truth, and the anxiety of washing dishes and watching your sleeve slowly slide down. Then you have to either stick your arm in the air and shimmy the sleeve back down, or stop everything to dry your hands to push the sleeve back up. Laying down on one side for too long. I'm constantly rolling over from one side to the other because of how uncomfortable I feel. Not painful at all, because I'm in a resting, sedentary position. I do not have a true fear or phobia of heights, but that I have to imagine falling now, feeling my brain forces upon me every time I look down from over 50 feet. And yes, even in videos. I hate the glass railings on the second floor of malls. I can't even walk too closely to them. They don't feel high enough to prevent me from falling over the railing if I got bumped into. The sensation right before you sneeze. Bonus points if it persists for a few minutes without being able to sneeze. Also the feeling of something stuck between my teeth. I like that feeling, but only if it leads to a sneeze. About a month ago I was getting over a cold and had this feeling for about 5 days but couldn't sneeze. It was so frustrating. When it's a hot day, my exposed arm, humorous-ish area, touching someone else's. It happens a lot on hot London transport in summer and I hate the sensation of the clammy skin sticking together. But just that area. Anywhere else I can pretty much let it slide. People with hairy forearms, and the hair touches you. Goddamn makes me want to shower in a rocket engine plume. The weird feeling of those awful paper straws in your mouth. I'll just be even more environmentally friendly and not use a straw at all. I can't believe this hasn't been said yet, but restless legs. That jumpy, can't sit still sensation is the stuff of nightmares. Nausea. It's not at all painful, but it's also the most torturous feeling in the world. I have never wanted to die because I was in so much pain, but I have wanted to die because I was so nauseous. This one is for sure mine. Getting the sweats and starting to salivate and knowing your life is just going to suck for a while. Actually throwing up is relief to me. I hate just feeling nauseous but not being able to vomit. That second before you fall asleep when your body suddenly thinks you've jumped from an airplane and almost died and throws you a shock of adrenaline to spice up your nap time. Worse when done in front of witnesses. Teeth being drilled, even with Novocaine. Having a furiously whining tool going to town inside your mouth is disconcerting AF. And it smells. When I was a kid, shirts had an outer tag on them. I hated those things so much. They itched like crazy. I'm so glad anymore most clothing manufacturers simply print the tag on instead of having a tag. But man, I hated outer tags rubbing on your neck. Scrolled a while and didn't see this one, so it might just be me, or I missed it. But the sound using a marker that's really dry on paper makes, or similarly the sound when someone does that thing where they fold a piece of paper in half and then makes the crease really sharp by running their fingernail over it. Getting shocked by static electricity. Every time I get out of my office chair it happens when I go to the water fountain of the bathroom or the copier screen. It startles me every time. I always feel bad when I'm unknowingly charged up and then shock my cat. Anxiety related dizziness. It's crazy how uncomfortable it can get, and how much it sets me into a downward spiral towards panic attacks. The losing your stomach feeling that comes with what I can only describe as a really fast unexpected elevation change freaks me out every time. I guess I'm weird for liking it, lol. Watching someone awkwardly flop in a social circumstance or presentation. Yep, I can't stand The Office or other social awkward humor. I used to leave the room during scenes like that on TV. My parents thought it was hilarious. Now I control the remote and simply don't watch that kind of stuff. A warm public toilet seat. It immediately brings up the thought that my butt is basically touching every other butt that has sat upon that throne. The thought of chewing on raw cotton. I can't even put my teeth on a mitten. Thinking about it right now is sending shivers down my spine. When you can feel your nose running and have no tissue around, and you're in a setting where quickly wiping it on your sleeve is awkward. Help. I think it was called like holographic paper, but it was like a really thick sheet of shiny holographic paper that was the worst texture in the world. When the doctor wraps the thing around your arm to take your blood pressure and it's at the point just before they release it, a mild sense of panic every time. I hope I'm not the only one, but when you are about to eat a pickle and you get that weird sour, unpainful, stinging sensation in your jaw or salivary glands, and your mouth begins to water. Not just pickles, but anything with a significant amount of vinegar, at least for me. I thought I was the only one because I tried to explain it to my mom when I was younger. She acted like I was crazy. The dentist picking at your teeth with that sharp little hook instrument doesn't hurt, but it just makes me squirm in agony. I have a ton of sensory issues with fabrics clothing. If any of my toes can feel any part of my sock seam, I completely regress into a toddler that can't function. Any kind of scratchy or itchy clothes. I describe my personal style as aggressively comfortable. When people I barely know insist on hugging me, it literally makes my skin crawl. Not everyone is a hugger, okay? There should be rules. Oh god, I get your pain. Where I live, the usual way to greet people is the kiss on the cheek. Yeah, France. So in the professional area, a lot of people that I don't know or have never ever seen before greet me like that. But I hate that from the bottom of my soul. I don't care who you are. We're not friends or family, so get that germ-filled mouth of yours away from my face. I am in charge of 50+ men and women. When you are managing this many people, every decision you make has second, third and fourth effects. Anxiety is deep. If I don't get it right, I can't sleep. As in, I will not sleep that entire night. So to answer the question, when I make a bad call, it is mentally taxing. Your concern for your subordinates is really inspiring. Honor LHOL Erica. I can only hope I work for a boss as involved as you are. Itchy butthole. You can't walk with an itchy butthole and just scratch it. You've got to find a toilet and wipe your butt about 10 times. Hopefully that helps. When you are out in public and all of a sudden your butthole gets all itchy, you can't just put your hands down in your pants and finger it in front of others. You seek a safe zone where you can literally frick yourself in the butt, or you keep on walking and pray for a chainsaw fart to come to your rescue. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.